Hello, I'm Attorney Dan Scott, and I'm back to talk with you about the Corona Stimulus Act, call it CARES. And today I want to talk with you about this Payroll Protection Program. Payroll Protection Program, they call it PPP. And it's all about getting a loan into the hands of business owners to allow them to have money to pay their payroll and some of their overhead, basically for a 2-month period. It's called a PPP loan, and it is administered by the SBA, but the loan is actually made through a bank. So what's happening is the SBA is going to guarantee 100% of that loan. Normally the SBA guarantees 75 or 80% of the loan, but they're guaranteeing 100% of the loan. And here's the cool part. If you do it right, and then you apply the money correctly, that loan will be forgiven in 6 months. Did you hear what I just said? If you do it properly, and then you use the money properly, then that loan is forgiven in 6 months. That means you get a grant. And if it's not done properly, the loan is at a 1% interest rate. So that's really cool. So here's the thing you need to know, and I'm telling you, this is a fluid circumstance. I'm doing this video on Friday afternoon. Things changed last night on this thing. So it's a little bit fluid deal. Many of the banks are not even taking applications right now, but they should be as early as Tuesday. That's this coming week. So here's what you need to know in a nutshell. You take 1 year of average payroll. 1 year of average payroll. And that date either runs from March 1st of this year back to the end of February last year, or from February 15th of this year back to February 15th of last year. So a 1 year window, and then you divide what your total payroll was by 12, and you get an average amount of your payroll. Now, then you have a monthly payroll. Now, here's what you can get. You can get 2.5 times your average payroll, your average monthly payroll. Except that if you've got any employees making over $100,000, the maximum of their income that can be included would be $100,000 annually, okay? So I hope you've got a bunch of those people on your payroll, right? Believe you me, I really do. But assuming that you don't, then there's no limitation. You can have a guy making $90,000, and that $90,000 is all included in your payroll. Now, so you make your application through a bank, and you really need to look for a bank that does SBA loans, because there's going to be an onslaught of requests for this, and so you don't want somebody learning on your nickel. Now, here's the deal. You're probably going to get approved. If you have employees right now, and you were in business on February 1st of this year, you're going to probably get approved on this loan. Because you see, it's not credit based the way that like a regular SBA loan is. Because see, there's a 100% guarantee, so the banks are going to administer it completely different. That's a good thing for me and you. And then when you get the money, the only money you're going to be able to get is your average monthly payroll times 2.5. But that will include your payroll taxes, right? It probably will include, if you pay insurance for your employees, health insurance for your employees, it will probably include that. And it may even include a health savings account contribution that you make for the employees. I don't think it'll include a 401k contribution, but there's some possibility about that. But remember this rule: pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. Do you remember that? Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. Look, get you some of this money, because if you use the money to pay payroll, utilities, rent, or mortgages, then that money is going to be 100% forgiven, provided you use at least 75% of it to payroll. Okay, so you can use 100% of it for payroll, but if you use 75% of it for payroll, you can use the other 25% for utilities, rent, well, whatever I told you the fourth thing was. So anyway, hope this helps you. Look, get on this program. We're going to need it. This thing's not going to be over this month. Trust me on that. Get this money, get your paperwork in order, and get somebody to do it for you. Hope this helps.